Alright, so, been wanting to make this video for a while now. Haven't really had time. Also, tried to record my voice while recording this game footage, and it was terrible, to be honest. I have a Yeti mic, and yet for some reason the quality was just absolutely atrocious. Like I was in an empty room and causing a huge echo. Also, I tend to hyperfocus and, well, I forget what I was talking about and ended up repeating myself like 3-4 times about the same subject. Figured it would have been easier if I just recorded my thoughts afterwards. And yes, I am aware that I'm terrible at Overwatch, but I've only had it for about a month, so bear with me, I will be getting better, hopefully. However, I am annoyed that there's no actual spy character in this game, despite it trying really hard to be TF2. And when I mean a spy character, I mean a character that can backstab insta-kill someone. Because, holy hell, the snipers in this game are a massive pain to deal with. And if you're about to say, why don't you counter-snipe? Which I would, if I had, like, 10 ping. Because for some reason anything above that, and all accuracy just goes out the window. And no, Sombra doesn't count because she can't backstab someone. Yeah, she can go invisible and disable her opponents for about a few seconds, but, you know, that doesn't really stop them from being able to shoot her. Anywho, getting away from that topic, I've been working day in and day out, not really having the time to make a full-fledged video like I used to, and it's been kind of annoying me that every time I do get time to make a vid, I'm a quarter through the process, and bam! Something else happens, and it becomes irrelevant because everyone has the attention span of a goldfish. So, finally, I figured it would make it 1,000 times easier if I just recorded some game footage and recorded my voice afterwards. Turns out, super easy. So, more or less, it's going to be like this for a bit. And I'm changing the format of how I do my podcast, as I'm trying to get away from just talking about politics, because, yeesh, every day people are just going nuts about something. Especially about Trump. Nearly every damn day, people are bitching about everything he's been doing. Although, lately ordering that airstrike in Syria was a dumb decision. I, like most people, would like to stay the hell out of the Middle East. And just out of other countries in general, because I would like to focus on fixing crap in our country and letting other countries continue to blow themselves up. I mean, it's the Middle East. It's gonna blow itself up. Or like that truck thing that happened in Sweden the other day. And I feel like I'm gonna have to be saying, you know, which specific day to that sentence, because it's becoming a daily thing over in, you know, Sweden, Germany, etc. To where it's gonna come to a point where you're gonna have to specify which hour it happened. To be fair, though, they did it to themselves with the slow suicide of political correctness. I'm also a mindset of the Elysium conspiracy. You know, that they're doing it to get cheap labor from migrants while having the middle class suffer and pay for it via taxes, while the rich people continue to get fatter and richer. I don't know. Just kind of seems that way, doesn't it? And anyone who thinks that the EU was a good idea in the first place is either an idiot or a scientist that's going to lose their funding that lives in Britain. Okay, so enough politics. What else is going on? Oh yeah, that whole YouTube adpocalypse thing. I mentioned this on my Minds post, but for those who haven't read it or don't know what Minds is, as a guy who makes literal pennies from my videos, I feel I have a say in this since I barely make any revenue from ads to begin with. And what I have to say is this: keep making stuff. Just because one way of making money doesn't work anymore, doesn't mean you go into a panic mode. The funny thing is that most of the YouTubers I was seeing going into a panic state were the ones that are already using Patreon, selling t-shirts, and shilling stuff like Loot Crate. So while I can imagine that people are pretty pissed that ad revenue isn't going to be as, well, profitable, there's no reason to go into a panic state. And for those who say, oh, but what about those who solely relied on, ad revenue? Well, should have had a backup plan. Luck favors the prepared. I know it sounds, well, mean, but it is the truth. Also saw a quick clip the other day about, quote-unquote, Gordon Ramsay finally, settles that whole thing about pineapple on pizza, basically stating to a person in the audience that requested it, what's wrong with you? Which is totally justified because pineapple on pizza is gross. And to anyone who thinks it's okay, to borrow a saying from a friend of mine, it's okay to be wrong, just not that wrong. For those of you who've been keeping track with my Minds posts, my book is still a work in progress, and I'll be giving updates little by little as it gets closer to completion. Currently working on the second draft right now because, as an English major, it's pretty sad that I still have problems with run-on sentences. You'd think that I'd have been taught how to fix that, but considering the degree I got from Cal State Long Beach, hasn't really landed me dick as far as salary jobs go, I'm not exactly surprised. Anyway, That's all I got for this vid. Go ahead and share it on Facebook and Minds, and if you know what Minds is, go to Minds.com and sign up. It's like Facebook, except for science and art and really cool stuff. It's cool because every hour they give you points that you can use to boost your post so that way more people can see it. I'll leave a link in the description below so that we can just click and, migrate your stuff from Facebook because it'll let you do that, which is also really cool, especially for lazy people like me.